Practice. This is a crafting series that helps you learn how to use products to make cards and scrapbook pages and do really fun techniques. My name is Lindsay Mann. I am from Alberta, Canada, and I love to craft. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 22 years, and I love sharing ideas with you. This is a very exciting time of year because we are in the process of revealing our holiday lineup. So we have new products that are coming available on September 3rd, both in our mini catalog as well as our online exclusives. So if you are a demonstrator, you can already pre-order those products. That's one of our very many perks. And if you are looking forward to Christmas products, hold tight, you can have those on September 3rd. Now, if you got the demonstrator starter kit, you can actually pick those products in your starter kit. So it's a great way to get your products at a discount and an ongoing discount, of course, on all of your future purchases. Hello, Sharon. Happy Pool Party Friday. Today is Pool Party Madness. You can tell I actually even have a pool party shirt on. And the suite that I'm using is heavy on the pool party. So if you're not familiar, that's my favorite color. It does tend to work its way into my product. It's a lot, which is super fun. I celebrated my birthday last week, which was exciting. And we've been having ongoing celebrations. Hello, Brenda, which has been fun. It wasn't my big birthday, but we're getting pretty close. But I was in the mountains and I did quite a bit of hiking with some friends. And now we're back in town, and so I've been celebrating with some friends here too, so that's been really great. Now today we're going to be playing with a suite that I right away jumped out. It's not specifically a Christmas suite, so this is something you could use year round. And I wanted to point it out because if you like this series and you wanted to participate on a higher level, we have something called the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club. It's a VIP experience where you get to experience curated selection of products in a maker box, and then you get to see a collaboration between Meg Loven of Maker Mornings with Meg and myself, and we show you all the things that we came up with using those products. Now, here's a sneak peek of what we're talking about today. I have one August kit left. You can see, as I mentioned, it's a curated package of goodies. And that one package, if you wanted it, you can go ahead and in the description of this video, you can go ahead and register for the August club. It's already happened, so I'll just send you the video and you can, and the packet of goodies, and then you can experience that. If you'd like to continue on further, September is a great time to join. You just want to join before the 3rd of each month so that we can make sure that we can get your products to you in time. Okay, having said all that, we have one more thing to talk about, and that is until the end of August, we have the in color sale on. So our 2025 to 27 in colors, they're stunning. They are all on sale 15% off. So you can go to my store and you can shop away and get a really great discount on those. Okay, I'm gonna do the awkward transition so you can see my hands, and we're gonna get started on some amazing projects. Sorry, this is, you know, I'm so techie. This is as good as it gets from a technology standpoint. We're gonna clip you into my stand here, and then we're gonna get going. Okay, so as you probably guessed, we are going to be playing with the Lights of Aurora suite, and I wanted to show you. This will be one of those suites that's revealed on September 3rd, so you can watch my website for that. In this suite product, you can see there is the Balmy Blue sheer ribbon, which is so pretty. It ties really, really nicely, and it's like that nice 1/2 inch width. There are one of my favorite new embellishments, which is the iridescent, the frosted iridescent dots. They come in Pool Party, Fresh Freesia, White, and I think this is like a bubble bath. Here you can see is a little bit of the paper. There's some beautiful Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis imagery in that. And if that's not your thing, when you flip it over, you can see that there's also more of a solid color, but they have a bit of a watermark look, sort of that watercolor, and it comes in a variety of colors. And then finally, we have the bundle, which is really fun to play with. So the stamp set comes with the words, to be able to create the greeting for these. And then this is all sort of scene builder dies to help you put together a set. Now I'm going to give you a quick little glimpse of the projects that I shared in the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club. I don't usually share this, but I did want to let you know this is such a great kit that I have left. I would love to have one of you take it. It's only $35 Canadian, and that includes your shipping and tax. So here we've got this one little fold out card. So watch how this goes, like this and like that. So I show you how to make that one. This one here, we have a beautiful fold out card, just like that. And then over here, we have this little one. And I'm gonna show you another version of this card today. Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead and comment in here when you tune in. Let me know if you have had a chance to play with any of the new Christmas products yet, if you're looking forward to it. You can see here I've done some of the heavy lifting on this, so I'll just set these things aside for now. But what I wanted to show you was this. So here we've got a 7 1/4 piece of paper by 5 1/2, and I have scored it at 2 inches and at 6 1/4 inches. So 2 inches, 6 1/4 inches. And now we're just going to use a bone folder, fold those on the score lines. And that's going to give us this little section here. Now I have a piece of the designer series paper, and this is just at 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and this is going to go in here. Now we want it to line up with the edge of the paper here. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to use Stampin' Seal Plus, just a little bit of extra grabbing power. We're going to make sure it's lined up with the edge, both of this edge and then the bottom and top, and then we're just going to shut that. And now it picks that up. Now you can see just cutting, sometimes you have that little bit of excess. That's no big deal. We can just flip it over and trim off. I'm just gonna pull this way. Trim off this little bit of excess so we don't see that peeking off the edge of the card. Okay, there we go. So that's step 1, is just adding in our piece of designer series paper. And of course, because Stampin' Up's paper is double-sided, then it looks complete on the inside as well. Now, one of the last chance products that I think is so wonderfully coordinating to the Lights of Aurora suite is this pastel ombre glimmer paper. And right now it's 50% off. So it's only $8.25 Canadian, and you get 2 of each color in 12 by 12 sheets. And it just matches so perfectly. So I highly recommend putting this on your wish list too. Remember, because it's last chance, as soon as it's sold out forever. So you'll want to make sure that you order it ASAP. Now I've cut these just 1/4 inch less so that we can add some glimmer paper to our background. And so I have this one here. We're gonna layer that on, and then this one as well. Okay, with our Stampin' Seal. You can use multi-purpose glue here too, if that's your thing. Okay, just line it up. Okay, perfect. So now we have, from the die set, I cut out from black the silhouette of the trees. And what we're going to do, if we had this shut like so, it's cut at 4 1/4 across and about, I don't know, like 3 or 4 inches on the top. But what we're going to do is line up this edge here, and then with my scissors, okay, let's try this one more time. Line this up here, and then with my scissors, I am just going to trim it along the edge of the card so it's going to fit onto this piece of paper. So I'm going to use some of my multi-purpose glue. And multi-purpose glue, you don't need a ton to make it stay. You just need a little bit. My friend Missy says dot, dot, not a lot. I love that. So we're going to dot, dot it along. Okay, like so. And then we're going to add that over top of this one panel here. So this is going to sit along the bottom, and we're just gonna stick that down. It takes a couple of seconds for that glue to grab, so we're just gonna give it a press and let it do its thing. And now we're going to bring in the other piece of paper, and we're just gonna make sure it's lined up. And then same thing on the other side. So we're gonna dot, dot, not a lot. Add some glue along the bottom here. And I'm just gonna get this little edge here because we want it to stick down and not get caught on the paper. Okay, lovely. So this is going to shut like this, and we're gonna line it up. And there we go. And give it a press too. So it's fun because when the panels are closed, you get that matching up of the two. Oh, see, I didn't let it stick long enough. We're gonna give it another little press here. Okay, so the next part is we're going to open up our panels, and then inside we're just going to add a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. So I'll just add some Stampin' Seal, and then we'll throw that in the center. And we're gonna add a greeting so that when these open, it reveals the greeting. So with Memento ink, the black, we are going to add, "May your day be filled with," and then true to the name of this suite, we're going to say light and wonder. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we have our inside greeting now, and the final piece is I'm bringing in a piece of Bubble Bath, which coordinates with the Designer Series paper, and we're going to stamp from the same stamp set. It says, "Your strength inspires me." So we're just going to stamp that on the edge. And my trick for flagging paper, if you've watched the series, you've seen this before, but I just find it's a little easier if you snip in the center, and then from the corner, you just match up to the center snip, and then it just makes it a little easier to make it even. So now we're going to use our dimensionals. Let me grab mine. And we're going to add along the bottom here. I'm going to do it right onto the panel so that I don't accidentally put the dimensionals on the part that shouldn't be stuck down. So we have those there. And then I'm going to bring in these gorgeous iridescent dots. I've got one that's open here. So I'm going to bring in these, and I'm just going to add a couple to the sky. Just like that. So here you've got this fun little panel card that opens up and gives you that fun little scene. Cool, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do one more card to share with you. I promised you to show you how that easel card works. So I will bring this in with my scoring tool. So you can see I've marked the two places that we needed scored. So this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by, what is this? 4 1/4 by 11. There we go. 3 1/4 is where we're going to score it, and 5 1/2. So those two places we've scored. If you've ever wondered how I score things, that's how I do it with my scoring tool. And now we're going to fold it in half, and we're going to fold this back like so. And that's going to be what creates that easel mechanism. Now I'm bringing in the Lights of Aurora paper, and we're just going to use not the Aurora side, but the blue side. So this is balmy blue with the paper. And so we're going to stick that down like so. And I really love the Everyday Arches dies. This is something that you can get currently. It just came back in stock not long ago. And so it just has such a great variety of sizes, and it works really well for something like this. So I cut out 2 pieces. One is with Basic Beige and the other is with Pool Party. Now, like I said, I did some of the heavy lifting ahead of time, so I'm just going to set those aside here. And we're going to use the Basic Beige arch to create our scene. So I have here from the Lemon Lime Twist ombre paper, this beautiful silhouette of the trees. And we're going to use our dimensionals to pop those up. So just along the bottom here. Okay, and we'll stick that down, lining it up on the one side. And then we can just use our scissors and trim off the excess. So now we have the silhouette along the bottom. Here we've got leaves that I've cut, or leaves, no, that's not what these are. These are the clouds. I'm gonna use my multi-purpose glue and just add the one cloud stuck directly onto the arch. So we're going to do that one kind of in the middle. Give it a little press. And then we're going to use our dimensionals to pop up this one. Like this. And then we'll do one kind of off the edge here. So like that. So a nice simple scene that we're going to embellish with these iridescent dots. I think that I'm going to need to restock as soon as these come available because I have been going through them like candy. Okay, we're gonna do one there and one here. And then the key is when you put this onto your card, you want to make sure that the top isn't stuck down because the mechanism needs to fold up. So we're going to use a couple of dimensionals here so that we can stick it down only on the bottom half. So lay your card flat, stick that down, and now you can see it's going to pop up because it's only on the bottom part of it. So now this one here is going to be what we use as a bumper for the project. And so I'm just going to bring in the thank you stamp from the Lights and Wonder stamp set. We're going to do thank you. And you're going to need to give it some dimension so that the flap of the card can catch on it. So think about where you want this to sit. So I say that looks pretty good. And then this is going to catch it just like that. So that's how you make that little easel card. Isn't that fun? So here are our 2 projects for the day using that Lights and Wonder soon to come out stamp set and die set with the beautiful designer series paper and embellishments and ribbon. And I hope that you have enjoyed seeing these projects. Be sure to let me know what you're enjoying out of the new catalog. And if you would like to participate in the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club, be sure to register. It's only a month-to-month commitment. You don't have to commit for any certain amount of time. So if you just wanted to enjoy September, you could do that. If you wanted to give it a try for 6 months, when you experience 6 months of the club, you get a bonus product included with your maker kit. So it's really fun. You get to meet other creators. You get to see exclusive content that Meg and I create for you. There's an exclusive tutorial and there's a VIP Facebook group that you can share your creations with us, ask questions. It's really a great community and we'd love to have you there. I hope you have an amazing time crafting, my friends. And yeah, bye for now.